Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Jess and Lori TV. I'm Lori.
I'm Jess.
Welcome. So today we decided to do a video about why it's important to ask yourself these questions before going into nursing school. We want you to think about the importance of applying yourself when you're going to nursing school. So we have a couple of questions. We're going to go through each one. And remember, these questions are going to help you decide if nursing school is right for you. The main thing you should really think about is, do you have a good support system? Nursing is life, and I say that to mean you have to have so much time to commit because you have to go to clinicals. Sometimes the hours don't work with your job, or if you're a mom and you have to go take a kid to daycare, or sometimes you need family to support you. So you really have to make sure you have a good, strong support system, because things happen like that where maybe you have to stay over with your clinical group and go over some questions and practice some things for the test. So think about it. Do you have a good, strong support system?
Well, a little bit more with support system. You might have to drop down to part-time at your job, or even stop working it, period, because like she said, nursing is life. So you're gonna have different clinical hours. It's not gonna line up with your job, so you're gonna have to miss work. And I mean, it's not gonna be feasible for some of your jobs. Your bosses are not gonna say, okay, you're in nursing school, what does that mean for us? What's that gonna do for us?
Right. And I think that applies more if you're not working in like a hospital or a clinic somewhere in the medical field where they understand the importance. Some hospitals, they'll work with your schedule because they have student nurses. They have like CNAs, or as they call it, PCTs, that are going to school to be nurses. So sometimes they're able to work with your schedule. But if you're someone who works in a different field, maybe they won't understand it. So you have to make sure you have a good support system, because sometimes you have to quit working, period.
But you don't always have to work in the medical field while you're in nursing school. I didn't work in the medical fields. I worked for a plumbing company all through nursing school. And I would just tell them, I'm only working part-time. And then I would just go in, I would just let them know my schedule. But you're not always going to have that. Not everybody's going to be understanding.
Right.
So question number 2, can I apply myself? Now, this is all on you. When you're in nursing school, you're paying that money, it's all on you. And so if someone wants to go out, hey girl, let's go to the club. No, you can't go to the club. You got to study. Like your book, The book is your club at this point.
Right.
The book is everything. You need to study day and night. When you're out of class, study. When you get from your clinicals, when you're on break at your clinicals, say you're just observing for the day and it's kind of slow, pull your book out. Anywhere you go, I used to carry a backpack with me everywhere I went, and I would study.
So yeah, going back to what she said, you have to be able to apply yourself, meaning you have to be dedicated, responsible, committed. When I went through nursing school, I did the whole 4-year program, and I was at a university, so I was away from home. So I knew mentally, like, I have to be committed to this. So I sacrificed a lot of things to get to where I am. So just make sure you're willing to apply yourself, and not sacrifice in a bad way, but you have to prioritize some things. Basically, that's what we're trying to say. Prioritize some things, and just know that this is what you're gonna do, and you just have to apply yourself to it. So make sure you have the commitment in you to commit yourself to staying over in the library, studying things, because some classes are tough. So make sure you have that in you.
And the next one is germaphobe. Like, if you're a germaphobe, you don't like touching people, you don't like people touching you, you do not like blood or any type of bodily fluid that's like flying at you, or say you're helping someone to the bathroom and it just comes out right before you get to the bathroom. Like, not saying that every day in nursing is like that, but you're going to come across some times where you're going to be in the presence of some blood or bodily fluids. Even like doing assessments on patients, you can't be afraid to touch your patient. You can't be afraid. That's not going to work for you if you want to be a nurse. But if you're a germaphobe, it could work in your favor because you're going to be around all of the bodily fluids, around a lot of infections. And hand washing is the number one thing in nursing. Hand washing is going to prevent a lot of infections. It's going to prevent you from getting sick and your patient. So like being a germaphobe in that way is good because you are watching out for germs and you're making sure you're not passing things on.
You're protecting yourself and the patient.
But if you don't like the sight of blood, I'm sorry, but
No,
I don't
sis.
think nursing would be for you.
No, or men out there, yeah, nursing might not be for you because you have to do needle sticks too.
Needle sticks,
Yeah,
you're gonna come across people with deadly diseases, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to people coughing in your personal space.
You're working in labor and
Yeah.
delivery. There's lots of blood sometimes, so
Yes, and you know, especially when things happen out of the norm, like there's a code or someone passes out, like there's so many things that can happen. So you need to get used to seeing just different things. Someone throwing up or spitting and the phlegm is green, blue, like you just never know. So you need to be able to stomach that, basically. That's what we're trying to say. You have to be able to tolerate that and don't pass out. So, okay, and that brings us to our last question that you need to ask yourself. Is it worth it? I guess we can both say it's worth it to us.
it is. It's worth it.
It's worth it to me because I went through it and it gets better. That's what it gets better. Trust it gets better because you're able to tolerate some things and work your way through it because you have teamwork and support of your staff and management. So it gets better because practice makes perfect. You learn your way through it and you become a strong nurse. It gets better. With all the commitment and the support from your family and being able to stomach, tolerating all these things you're coming in contact with, is it worth it? Because there's burnout in nursing. Sometimes you're underpaid, you're overstaffed, you have to deal with conflict. Understaffed.
Yeah, understaffed.
Yeah, understaffed. You have to deal with conflict with your co-workers because not all personalities are the same, so you have to be able to be a team player and tolerate everyone that works on your team.
And there's physical, emotional, and mental stress.
Mental
all
stress,
different types.
all plays into it.
Yeah.
So is it worth it? Granted, you know, some of the fields of nursing, you're gonna be very financially stable.
I guess it's a plus is I work 12-hour shifts, so I work 3 days a week, so I'm able to on my off days do things that I wouldn't have been able to do with a full-time job working 5 days a week.
5 days a week, right?
9 to 5, like everything's closed.
Well,
when you get off,
I mean,
so.
I work right now. My current job, I work 5 days a week, and coming from working 12-hour shifts, so I understand what you're saying. I used to work 12-hour shifts, and now I'm working 5 days a week. Like I tell everybody, you are a nurse. No matter where you go, no matter what state, no matter what type of job field you're in, you're you're a nurse. Nursing is the same. No matter what you try to do. Yeah, it's worth it to us because we went through it, and it's rewarding because at the end of the day, you're touching a life and a life is touching you. So you just have to make sure it's worth it for you, and if it is, we want to make sure you push forward through it. Don't worry, girl, you're gonna make it.
Or boy.
Yeah, you're gonna make it. So again, these are the questions that we decided helped us decide if we want to be in nursing school. So if they're the same for you or not, if you have different questions or different reasons, make sure you listen to the comments below. And again, this is Jess and Lori TV. We're gonna make sure we upload weekly for you and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. We have more fun things ahead. So.
Many more videos. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe. Do all of those things, and you'll see us more.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.